Check, check. Let's lower just a little bit. Thank you. All right. Let's hear a round of applause. Thank you for being here. A round of applause for all of you for signing up. Yeah. This is a great turnout already. I'm so glad about it.
Very nice.
All right. We do have snacks in the back for sale. All proceeds go to the Poetry Club. Shout out to the Poetry Club. Shout out to the Poetry Club. I am Mr. Contreras, the advisor of the Poetry Club. If you have any questions about the list or anything like that, the list is outside if you want to check it out. It's also in the back with the concessions. And I also have the copy right here. I'll start with a poem myself, and then I'll tell you just like, how we're gonna be doing things tonight. This title's Where I'm From. In English, my name means eternal ruler. I'm from the tears my grandmother shed as she watched her boys descend into gangs and drugs. From the only time my mother's belly blossomed with me to the nights my dad drowned in his alcoholic misery. I'm from the tamales served on New Year's Eve to the menudo eaten on hungover mornings. I'm from Mexican feasts with ranchera music playing, laughter present, love invited, and of course, carne asada, rice, and beans. The nights my family played la loteria were gushing with howls and smiles as we won chump change. I'm from seeing more beers and babies at first communions and confirmations to crashing my car on my way to high school graduation. I'm from Yerba Buena, Chiles, and hundreds of remedios caseros living in my mother's backyard. I'm from El Cucuy Hualichu. If you don't behave to, you better speak English in my classroom in 3rd grade. From my mother teaching me to read in her tattered tongue so I could live a better tomorrow. In English, my name means eternal ruler. I'm the immortal guardian of those I love. I'm anxiety, I'm honesty, and compassion. I'm from the dreams yet to be fulfilled by my family. Thank you. All right, so thank you. Let's go. Thank you for being here. If you're showing up a little bit late, that's totally fine. There's a lot of empty chairs over here. Come make some friends. The best place to be is all the way in the front. I know that some of you, this is the first time you've ever done this and you have that nervous, excited energy, and that's totally fine. This is not a competition. This is a celebration of our emotional truths. So please know that you are safe here and you're guarded here and that you will be celebrated. If you have never been to a poetry event or an open mic, please understand that people will come on stage and share a little bit of everything. Some things might make you smile, laugh, some things might make you sad, uncomfortable, but I just challenge you to sit with the emotional truths that our students write. Our students are creative writers. Not everything that they share up here is factual. It's not journalism. It is creative writing. So please remember that as well. And what we do here is pretty much, if you like a line that students read, if you feel the energy, you can always snap. Go ahead and snap. This is a part of like the poetry scene, the open mic scene is snapping to show that you appreciate someone's words and poetry. And also if you see somebody getting tongue-tied, getting really emotional, nervous, we also just snap to show them, so they could hear that we got them and we're here for them and that we are giving them space. And I think this is really important, especially right now in a time of tumultuous things going on in our country, is for us to listen to each other. It's so important for us to listen and understand different perspectives. So we have a lot of perspectives today. We have around 37 students that were brave enough to sign up. And like I said, it's okay if you're nervous. Your body's getting you ready to prepare and present, okay? So we're gonna have different presenters, and they're all part of the poetry cabinet. And I will be presenting first, the first 3 student readers. You can come up here and read on your phone, you can read it off your paper, or you can do it off of your memory if you memorized it. Okay, so I'm gonna call you up. I'm gonna ask you to line up here. So our first 3 poets are gonna be Benjamin Lee, Chris G, and Elise Campa. Please give it up for those 3 students. Come up here and wait over here, okay? Yeah. just wait over here. We do not have mic stands, so that's okay. Just grab the mic and speak into it, and don't be afraid to move and give your poem the energy it deserves. If your poem sounds angry and feels angry, let it be angry. If your poem feels sad, you go with that emotion. Go with the emotions that your poems deserve. All right, our first reader, our first poet is Benjamin. Give it up for Benjamin.
Hello, everyone. So for those who know me, I'm Ben Lee. And for those who don't know me, I'm Ben Lee. And tonight I'll be your first poet presented to you. So this is my first time doing this, so I apologize if there's any mishaps. But essentially, the poem I'd like to present to you tonight is titled Opera House. I named it after a song that I'm quite fond of by CAS, for those who know what that is. And essentially, it's a poem about friendship, I guess is the greatest way I can describe it. But anyways, I think I can start now. It's not too long, but it's not too short either. And I wrote this poem for a variety of people, but I directed it to one person in particular. But anyways, I'm gonna start now. Okay. Dear, it's tagged. But dear friend, allow me to tell you some feelings that I felt for a long time now. And now I'm sure this crowd before me expects a cliche written in the lines of this poem, that I will confess my hidden desires for some one true love within this audience. But if you know me by now, I didn't come with candies or roses, because I know you don't like things too sweet, and I know you cringe if I brought flowers. After all, you know me, and I know you. But the world watching may not know us at all. So let's show them what we're really made of. Let's show them how little we care for this love. Because when you showed me the light all those years ago, I promised myself to return it any way possible. Because when it rained all those years ago, you lended me your umbrella. You lended me your strength. You are my flame, which burns bright. Even when the darkest of storm clouds rumbled, when the great storm came, we clung on so tight. But we need not confess a thing, as our bodies have no capacity for it. Yet the void echoed. Oh, it echoed. It was filled with something dreadful, you see. It was filled with those who were blind with the untruth, and those who sought for a world that was beneath us. A world that demands trading jackets and deep embraces in your grasp and a sweet kiss under the moonlight. Let's kick this up a notch. The crowd is getting feisty. They're throwing cans, they're throwing peels. They want us to dance, they want us to feel. They want us to feel feelings you and I have no heart for. They want us to stay blind. They want us to look each other in the eyes and pretend that we are happily ever after, meant to be, soulmates in disguise. But that is simply not the story I want to tell. Let's break free from this worthless, choiceless curse. Let's break free from this senseless, endless loop. It's my duty after all. My duty to let such senses go. Perhaps it's inhuman to deny my body of such a natural instinct born in the heart. But is it truly not human to care about you so dearly and appreciate you so greatly that it will be pointless pursuing such a passion with you? I do love you, yes I do. But it seems as if no one can differentiate love for itself and love for the other. Because if I chose to have desire, then my own wants would come first, and not you, you see. I have no need to become addicted to your touch, when I'm already addicted to the way we've run this show for these past so years. This opera house we built in the jungle together, built with that melancholic tune in the distance, lyrics twisted in our own vision, built with the others by our side, so we may laugh through it all together. I never had a chain wrapped around my heart. Simply, it had no need for a key, for it's already been unlocked. You are my key master, and they are my passwords. As I walk across the stage, singing with my eyes closed, it only affirms the story we've written, and these pages we've accumulated are untouched by the dreadful fate the readers believe us to take. Now they're dancing, oh, they're dancing. they're singing, they're laughing, and there's nobody watching, just us. A burning question must still be asked, though, in the face of this ending. Was it worth it? And to that I say, yes, yes it was. Every waking moment I spent with you I was meant to be your friend at first sight. Despite our differences and despite the fact that it's still rainy and pouring, swallowing the rest of the jungle whole with its merciless path, you brought me those tasty sweets. You brought me that coat even after the drizzle passed. You brought me a smile on a silver plate. You brought me memories I thought only I held. You brought me and the others together. And of course, you're the one who showed me what it really means to love. I can still hear the sound of us laughing through the night. And if I abandoned my senses, I'd be a man without you in my life. It's such a paradox, really. You think a body like me would harbor nothing but hate for a thing called love. And perhaps I am nothing but a hypocrite, because I love you so much that I have no need for anything more with you. We already have our happy ending. So let's keep using this opera house as we please, because no matter how hard the world caves in, no matter if these folks forget about this all the next morning, it's you. You are my North Star in our broken constellations. You are the one who breathed this beauty within me. You are a spark of the candle in the dark. You are my best friend. That's the end of the poem.
Thank you, Benjamin. Give it up one more time for Benjamin. Thank you for being the first one tonight. All right, our next poet on the mic is Chris. Give it up for Chris. Thank you, Chris, for being here tonight.
I want to say thank you for everybody, and my name is Chris, and this will be my poem, Free. The last time I felt free is when I went to Glamis, and in this place with my dad, uncles, and cousins. When the night begins to fall, more people are awake. During the night, when I am free, well, there's no mom yelling at me, levanta tus cosas. Instead, it's dad saying, go ahead, live and learn. As the night begins to end, the sun slowly rises. As I go to bed, just to wake up and realize it was a dream about being free. Thank you.
See, you made it. You're okay. I know it feels like you might pass out or you die, but like you don't die. You're all right after. And you're accomplishing something that you never thought you'd be able to do, and trust me, this is transformational. Our next poet is Elise Campa. Give it up for Elise Campa.
Okay, my poem is called The Broken Teapot. My heart has yet to hurt and I'm not sure why. She helped take care of me throughout my life. And yet, I don't feel the crushing weight of despair. Am I broken because I haven't shed a single tear? Weeks, months, years pass by. I chalk it up to being a little kid not able to cry. It wasn't until 5 years later when I pick up one of her broken teapots. Broken pieces shattered on the floor, and suddenly, I can't stop crying. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. Short and sweet. All right, our next presenter is actually the president of our poetry club. Give it up for Jacob. Thank you, Jacob, for all your contribution to our club.
Alright, can I get these next people up? Line up over here. Gabriel Sandoval, Lila Gavan, Janice Khan, Scala Ochoa, and Omar Alvarez, please. Alright, next up, we're gonna have Lila Galvan. Give a round of applause.
Okay, hi, my name is Lila, and my poem's about my mom. So I'll start. In a world so big and loud, her voice is what I look for when times are tough. Even when the sun shines bright, she never fails to make it brighter. Through dark times, she's always be the light I look for at the end of the tunnel. The voices in my head all seem to fade away slowly in her warming and loving presence. She holds my worries with loving arms I've known my whole life. She has seen my moments. And just love me through every single one of them. When I crack and break down on the inside, she never rushes to put me back together. Feeling so empty and hopeless, she lovingly carries parts and pieces of herself just so that I could be whole. Her love never comes with questions, always open to listen to me. No matter what she has going on. With her love, I never have to feel stressed. I can smile, I can laugh, I can vent, I can just be. With her, I'm wrapped in arms full of love that never leave my side. No matter how hard the world tries to push me down, her love will always bring me back up. Not only is she my mom, she's my light, my comfort, my home, and my best friend. I don't know who I'd be without her, and I definitely don't know what I would do without her. She's a mother figure I wish everyone could get in a mom. Her love never fails to make my day. If I were to ever lose anything I call my own, I know I would still love her by my side, and that will always be enough. Loving her is loving my own heart. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we're gonna have Janice Kang up on the stage.
Hi everyone, I'm Janice, and I'm presenting the poem by Rupi Kaur because I don't have my poem. It's a short poem. It's about drink. The recipe is simple. Drink big. And when you think the drink is big enough, triple it in size. Once you have visualized the weight of what you're capable of, stretch it past the horizon of your mind until you see into the future, sink into what's possible, then come back and go to work.
Alright, next up, can we have Skyla Ochoa up to the stage?
Hi, my name is Skyla, and my poem is called You're the Poison in My Drink. You're the tantalizing fraud, you're the poison in my drink. You're the idea that keeps me up at night and the hope that makes me think. You're the dagger piercing my skin, the tension in my soul. You're the migraine in my brain and the one that brings me pain. You're the thunder on a peaceful day. You're the chaos climbing the walls, the clouds invading my sunshine. You're not true, only false. You're the demon in my night. You're the pain that brings on fright, the voice that steals my slumber, and the one that makes me wonder. Forever I return and sing, for you're the poison in my drink.
Okay, the last person I will be presenting is Omar Alvarez.
This poem, this poem is called Up the Volume. I love music. I mean, who doesn't, right? I love it so much that I want to study in college, to learn every intricate rhythm and meaning behind each and every chord. I want to up the volume it takes in my life. I love it so much that I'll let it think for me. And I'll build my ideals off these songs, every lyric goal I set for myself. So I can strive to live an ideal life. And if I can still think of anything else for myself, I'll up the volume. I love it so much that I'll spend money on special headphones, made especially for my taste, because the others weren't special enough. They wouldn't satisfy the ideal I had, nor the flavor I had grown fond of. I had to up the volume that it took out of my wallet. I love it so much that I let it take my hearing. I need it louder and louder with each rising decibel representing another person I won't have to hear. Another complaint that won't reach my ears. And when someone tries me, I'll up the volume. I love it so much that it's a substance I abuse. Every lyric, another line I take, another cup I drink, another ounce I roll, and another hit in the air. So I'll keep upping the volume until I knock myself out, until I can't up the volume no more. Until my ears are left ringing and the only thing I can think of are my favorite song's lyrics, telling me to up the volume. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next presenter now. I would say she's probably the most committed non-cabinet member of Poetry Club. This be by lending us her pod when we're like in an emergency, or always being there when we need her. Next one is Morelli Garcia.
I'm just a presenter. Let's give another round of applause to Omar Alvarez for his great poem. And just a reminder, concessions in the back, please support Poetry Club. We have nachos, we have chips, we have cup of noodles, so please. The next two poets are Alejandra Pedrosa and Jake Naceres. If you could please go to the side. Okay, all of them? Okay. So Alejandra Pedrosa, Jake Naceres, Marcos Nevares, Isabela Ramirez, and Daniel Santos. Our next poet is Alejandra Pedrosa.
Hi, my name is Alejandra. This is my second poetry night, first time ever reading a poem. So bear with me, guys. Okay. Haunted. I feel like I'm being haunted. Not by a ghost and not by the dead, but by you. The things I could have said, the things I wish you said. I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking of the maybes. Maybe if I said, I'm sorry once more. Maybe if I had changed myself completely. Maybe if I put my heart on a plate for you. But that's all just hypothetical, because you're not here now. So, no matter how long I cry, how long I lie awake, or how many poems I write or list my mistakes, I'll continue to punish myself for the way that you left and this pain that I can't forget. Thank you.
What an amazing poem. I love the rhymes. Okay, again, reminder, concessions in the back. Please support Poetry Club. And to our left, out that door, or if you go around, there's bathrooms. There's bathrooms if you can come. Next poet is Jake Naceres.
Hi, I'm Jane Naceres, and my poem is called Life Within Nature. In fields of green where sunlight streams, a vibrant dance of floral dreams. Soft petals so bright, shining gently in the light. From tiny buds to blossom bold, stories of beauties to unfold. A sweet perfume and a gentle grace, nature's art in time and place. For in each bloom, a lesson lies, to live, to love beneath the skies. Thank you.
That was a beautiful poem. If we could give another round of applause to all our poets today. Now, they do this to me every time, so I'll be announcing myself as our next poet. This is about the fact that last poetry night, that happens in October, I had just been released from the hospital. So, my poem is called Doctor, Good Afternoon, Doctor. Doctor, good afternoon, doctor. I'm 15 and I'm worried. You see, I'm constantly floating. Waterfalls of stomach acid, and I'm losing blood, and I might be stressed, and I know I don't eat the best food, and oh, you'll grow out of it. Do you want me to prescribe some painkillers for those headaches? See, good morning, doctor. Good morning, doctor. I'm 16 and I'm pained. You see, I've grown a tendency to faint. and that might be connected to problems I previously presented. Oh, you'll grow out of it. Do you want me to prescribe you some cough syrup for that cold? Good morning, doctor. Good morning, doctor. Yes, the breakfast was good, better than I expected of this hospital food. Yes, I try to fix it, but supplements only do really a bit. Doctor, good afternoon, doctor. I'm 17, very weak. No, I don't mean to critique, but I haven't grown out of it. I'm very weak, and the blood transfusions won't last forever. I'm very weak, and there has to be a reason I'm very weak. And it's impossible to breathe, and I'm very weak, and it's not easy to walk. Oh, yes, you're very anemic. You can't even hold a notepad. Oh, yes, it's gotten very bad. Do you want me to write you an excuse for school? Doctor, I'm 18. Please pick up. We need to speak. Doctor, I'm still sick. Please pick up. I don't like to be so weak. And that's the end of my poem. I also like to shout out to the paramedics that made sure I got to the hospital because the firefighters did not want to get me there. Our next poet is Marcos Nevarez.
Hi everyone. So a little context for my poem. Do y'all remember the fires last year? Remember when all the ACs would break and we'd be stuck in those hot classrooms all day? Yep. Yeah, I sweated a lot. But as I was writing my poem for poetry night, I thought, let me do a poem about those, because I feel like we just kind of moved on from that. So, my poem is called The Land. It is fine, it is not fine. Trees grow around the ash-littered land. As the ash replenishes the ground, how did the ash get there? Clearly, the self-propagating fire had something to do with it. The bittersweet morality of the fire. The fire has swallowed the land. The land cries in agonizing desiccation. Plants die, birds fly away, and those who love the land, they go. With no life, no sustenance, no nothing, the fire rages on. The land shatters and suffers in silence. It never expects nor seeks help. With just the sun and the air left, what else does it have? The fire disperses, leaving nothing but the ashes. The ashes here, a reminder of the land says. Eventually water trickles down the land. It heals the land of its wounds. It found the land when in despair. Like a band-aid to a deep gash, the ash and the water healed the land. Trees grow and the land recenters.
I love that poem. I think it's very important. Thank you, Marcos, for bringing up the fact that we smooth over so many huge events like this. Another round of applause for Marcos' poem. Now our next poet is Isabella Ramirez.
So I'd like to give a little message out before I start my poem, and one thing I'd like to say is that our youth is very powerful, and we need to use our voices to stand up for what's right. We are the powerfulest generation. We can make a difference, okay? When we walked out of this school and protested against ICE, that just shows you how much we care about our environment, how much we care about the immigrants that contribute to our society. Please always use your voice, because one of the most powerful things in hatred is love. So, my poem is called Disintegration. The citizens of America witness their government crumble, while the rich violently humble those who resist the wicked hostilities of our democracy. An administration that cried freedom for all, disintegrating into a voidless landscape of dirt and stone that makes the people feel alone. These politicians lied to us, reassuring us that everything will be all right. But when will there be a day we won't have to fight?
Our president hides and sleeps still while he sends our brothers, husbands, and fathers out to kill. Some come home, others don't, but even then, it won't change the inequity of humanity. We give the government our money to fund more missiles, more tanks, more equipment that is sent to other countries to slay children, mothers, people who are just like us, that take care of their families and go to school. The higher-ups use it as a tool. What fools, they think, watching us argue, seeing the hatred pour out of our eyes for one another while they cover up their crimes. How can we fix the societies of others while ours is so flawed? Isn't this a country of God? Why do some find it odd that our skin is different from theirs? Are we clawed by diversity? Change doesn't happen in the inner circle of power, but with us, the loud and proud Americans we are. Thank you.
That was an amazing poem. Thank you so much. Another round of applause. Now, the last poet I will be presenting is Daniel Sanchez.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and before I start my poem, I just want to say that a fun fact about it is that I've actually changed this poem a lot of times, specifically 10 times. Same layout, just said it in a different way. But mainly, I just want you guys to know that from this poem, I just want you guys to know that I never want to see anybody hold their emotions simply because I killed them. My heart is conflicted. I would say your name, but I am afraid. I say I despise you, but the truth is I can never really carry a negative emotion heavier than myself. As I still miss your presence, my best memories overshadow the ones that cause suffering. I look back at myself, realizing I fall short to what I say I'm all about. I say I'm over and tell everyone that I'll be ready by the morning. But even before the sun could even greet us, you wouldn't have reached my mind and then appear in my dreams. Being uninvited, but surely welcomed. Almost like the night we first danced together. I wish I could have stayed asleep forever and started the life I wanted, but I gotta wake up dressed in all black and mourn the death of the one I truly love. Even beyond your grave, I still hope you rise from the dead and prove to me that I'm still a wandering thought in the same mind that shot me twice. I didn't die, but surely he left me wounded. My father, the masculine man he is, told me to man up, said that he'd come and go, but you were a cry I really couldn't hold. Maybe I'm just half the man he is. I just feel so much, feel many things, and think many things, with my biggest fear being another woman doing the things you never got to know. I hate change in the world, but I felt so much comfort. Still every day, I leave your favorite flowers, right by your grave, as the obvious truth is, I never buried you. Just in case you had ever wake up and open those dead eyes, just like how you did before. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, for sharing that amazing poem. Reminder, concessions in the back. Get your concessions, they're really good. Now, I'm going to be presenting our next speaker, who is the Vice President of the Poetry Club and incredibly dedicated. Let's have Luna come up on stage.
Hi everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. This is a bigger turnout than we've had in the last few times we've had Rise Up. And because of that, we have very little chairs to spare. So if everybody can get comfortable with the people next to them, scoot down if there's an empty chair, and let the people on the back come fill it in. Make new friends today. Those in the back, there's some empty seats up here. Please come sit down. There's room for everybody. While they're filling in the seats, can I please have Eileen H., Valeria Salinas, Isabella Rodriguez, Allison Hernandez, right up on this side of the room. Eileen H.
This is my first time doing this, so not too much on me. My poem is called Lemonade. That's her mother, and sometimes that hurts to admit. 1 minute she's yelling in her face, saying things she'll never forget. The next, buying her things like nothing happened. Or she acts like they can just move on. It's confusing growing up with someone who hugs you with one hand and hurts you with the other. She tells her she loves her, and maybe she does, but love shouldn't feel like this. Their relationship is like lemonade, sour and sweet.
Great job, that was amazing. Can I please get Valeria Salinas up here, please?
Guys, this crowd is freaking huge, like I'm nervy. But whatever. I stand before you all today as true and passionate as I can be. I have lots to say and not much time, but I'll start strong and persevere. This guy in your class, you know who I'm talking about. He thinks he's funny. He cracks a joke about a dead man who, what is it, owned an island? I have no shame, I'll say it loud. You can't make jokes about this man, whose name is Jeffrey Bag of Scum. But this guy, man, he thinks he's funny. I get online, and my feed is jokes of pizza parties and cream cheese. Nothing, and I mean nothing about this is funny. Millions are dead, innocent lives, children, by a man who was pushing 70, suffering inhuman cruelties before they had even learned to walk. These are our youth, young girls and boys who should have been in school. They should have been hauled at home by their mothers and cuddled by their fathers. Nothing about this is funny. You need to open your eyes. This isn't right. You're too calm. You're too conditioned. Nothing about this is funny. So I don't know why this guy thinks he is. It's not a joke, and it's not okay. And it's even worse that this is true and wait, oh my god, now I hear from all around. Apparently there's war brewing. I'm 17, I cannot vote, I cannot drink, I cannot even legally adopt a kid, but fight for us. Fight for us who failed you, who cannot even see you, an alien, a stranger. I am an immigrant. I have my faith. I stand before you, true and passionate with words not even native to my roots, but I'll stay strong and persevere. I am already 17. My people suffer, our cries unheard, but fight for us, who will never ever fight for you.
That was great, thank you. I also like to give thanks to this music right here. Thank you to DJ Ledesma, who's hiding the game. It's a way harder job than you actually think. It gets very stressful back there, so that's all his job. I'd like to get Isabella Rodriguez up here.
Hi guys, this is my second time in Rise Up. I'm scared. But, okay, there we go. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Okay. Lately, I've been thinking how lucky I am. Just like those moments where you reflect, where you talk to yourself and realize things. Well, I don't know if this happens to everyone, but it does to me. It's just a feeling of knowing how hard it is for many people, the sadly situations that are faced every day, how we all have many problems, how we sometimes feel empty, like we're broken, like we don't fit. It just happens and you don't even realize it. It's the feeling of being defeated, of not having enough forces to keep going, When you feel you don't matter to anyone, I know how we're all supposed to fulfill certain expectations, how we all want it to be something or someone, and maybe we're not even sure what we want to be, how we sometimes don't feel understood. But I truly believe that even though what you're facing may not be easy, that it may look all dark, you can always get out. You can make a change in your life. You can switch the mode, because it all depends on you. We sometimes feel we need people to tell us how much they love us so we don't forget. We need approval of them as well to see if it's right or not. But when you start looking at things from a different perspective, it all changes. You see how you don't need the approval of them anymore. How the only opinion that matters is yours. Because the first person in your life is yourself. You're the only one that knows what you actually want. Your dreams, your hobbies, your passions that move your heart. I just want to remember, to me and to all of us here, that we are important. We have value. We have a voice. We're the best. And we have dreams to achieve. Please never give up. Never quit because someone tells you you're wrong, because you're different. If you can trust and support yourself, nobody is going to be able to hurt your dreams or yourself. They can't say how much important you are or if you're ready or not. Be proud of yourself. Work and achieve your dreams. Work on yourself. Become your best version. And if you're afraid, my mom says, behind your fear lies your blessing. Thank you.
That was great. I know I keep on saying that for every poem, but it's true. I'd like to give a shout out again. Concessions in the back over there. I know it's dark over there, but we got 3 people working very hard. Serve up your food. Please, all proceeds go back to Poetry Club, back to those students you see upstage. Every dollar counts. Can I please get Allison Hernandez up?
Hi, I'm Allison. This is my first time showing up at Rise Up Poetry Night. But I have written poetry before, and let me say, it is beautiful. So this poem is titled Red. She was red. And no, I don't mean girl in red. She was tall, goofy in the way that made the world feel lighter, and involved in every single extracurricular that's defined as nerdy. You ever meet someone and start planning for a future off a single interaction? Yeah, that was me. They say one-sided relationships are real, and trust me, I built a whole house on a foundation she didn't even know existed. And the crazy part? I really thought I was in love. In love with the color red. I never knew how hard it would be to navigate queer identity. No one hands you a manual. No one tells you the difference between admiring her and wanting to hold her hand and wanting to be with her and wanting her to choose you. And if you think guys are confusing, trust me, girls are poetry written in invisible ink, which is ironic because I'm literally a girl and I can't even understand myself. She reminded me of the color red. Not soft pink, not pastel Valentine's Day red. I'm talking fire alarm red, lipstick stain color red, the kind of red you feel before you understand. Red is the color we first see. The first color babies recognize. Maybe that's why I noticed her immediately. She didn't just walk into rooms, she arrived. But red is also the color of stop signs, warnings, Caution tape wrapped around fragile hearts, and I ignored every single signal because red is also the color of roses, the color that signifies love. And I thought maybe if I watered this one-sided garden long enough, she would bloom toward me. But red is also heat, and I burned. Every hallway glance, spark, and it replayed for hours, wildfire. I was so scared to say anything, scared that if I spoke my truth, it would turn from romantic red to emergency red, because being queer feels like walking around with your heart on display. So I swallowed it, swallowed the world, swallowed the words, swallowed the hope, swallowed the what ifs, and she kept being red. Vibrant, alive, completely unaware that I was bleeding quietly with my heart out on display. But here's what I learned. Red is not just love. Red is courage. It's the color of blood, blood that signifies you're alive. It's the color of flushed cheeks. It's the color of becoming. Maybe she was never meant to be mine. Maybe she was just meant to teach me that my heart works, that I'm capable of loving loudly, and if I do it silently, she was red. And for a while, I thought she was the fire. But maybe I was. Thank you.
Our next poet is a very important poet for this poetry club. It is DJ Ledesma.
30 minutes ago, I did not have a poem. I didn't have a poem because I thought that I was too busy to write one. I thought I was busy because I had such an interesting day that didn't have time to write something as simple as a poem. But the truth is, I ate cake. I skated and I fell. I didn't finish my English homework. And the teacher is right there. I called my mom. I argued with my sister about who should get their own room. I played drums until my calf started to burn and I had to stop. I tried to play my guitar and I tried to write something, but that didn't really work. I did the things that I do every single day. That's not interesting. That's not special. That's not something I have to post about on Instagram. But it's what I live. That's my daily life. My life isn't boring. I live it how I want to live it. I live every day to the fullest, even when I don't feel like it. Because I cannot die if I haven't lived.
Before I call up our next presenter, I'd like to say, to much of Mr. Contreras' dismay, half the cabinet had no poem written until about an hour ago, or 30 minutes for some of us. That's how it always is. That's why he keeps us on cabinet. That's why we stay where we are. Speaking of, I'd like to call another cabinet member up here to present some names. Very dedicated, our social media manager, Sarai.
Hello. Thank you everyone for coming out. First of all, thank you everyone for coming out. So, can I get sorry if I blow your name, Estefani, Celia, Sonnet, Jaden, and Len. You guys up. Some people call that joke lame. I say it was funny. So first up we have Estefani.
Hola, buenas noches. Mi poema va a ser en español, espero me entiendan bien. Y si no, pues igual. Gracias. Mi poema se llama A mi manera. Entro a la escuela con la frente en alto, lista para dar el primer gran salto. Pasillos llenos de gente, mucha gente extraña, pero yo traigo fuerzas y tengo ganas. La clase se pone cada vez más pesadas, tareas largas y muchas desveladas. Pero no me rajo, yo vine a ganar, nadie en este mundo me va a frenar. Lucho por mi familia y por un buen destino. Ellos son el motor que guía mi camino. Con amigos a mi lado todo se hace más fuerte, tener su apoyo es mi mejor suerte. Porque también hay risas y mucha diversión. Disfruto el momento con todo el corazón. No todo es estudio, me gusta la vida, ganando siempre y con la mente encendida. Yo tengo mente y busco lo mejor. Quiero un futuro con brillo y honor. Quiero lujos, estar estable y estar muy bien. Llegar al alto y ser alguien también. Ser freshman es solo el primer escalón. Aquí se ocupa mente y mucho corazón. Esto es el comienzo. Apenas voy afuera, prepárense todos que voy a mi manera.
Thank you. And so next up, I'm going to be reading a poem. Okay, so if you know anything about me, you would know I hate being sick. Like, I love homeostasis. Like, I genuinely hate being sick. So, I wrote this poem when I had the 2025-2026 flu. So, man, I love tea. How each spice dances, making everything nice. How the subtle heat hits the back of my throat and lifts me up. Like, I could float above the world. Like, every sip is a crown, a little throne of warmth I can sit on forever. But man, I hate being sick. This 2026 flu got me drained, real sick and tired of coughing, aches, and endless days of nothing, making me crave that tea even more, just to feel alive again. My head's a fog, my limbs heavy, every breath a struggle, every hour a test. How long it will take until I just give up. Like, you know when you're so sick that you start dreaming of how you were when you weren't sick? Like, the world moves fast while I'm stuck in bed and watching time slip past every hour, just pain and ugh. Even when then in a haze, I reach for that cup just to feel it again. It's like an addiction, steam rising like a promise, spices swirling like tiny sparks of hope. And for a moment, I remember, life can still taste sweet, even when I'm weak. Even when the sickness thinks it owns me, man, tea brings peace to my misery. Yes, I know I'm so lucky, yes, I know I'm so lucky. But yes, tea, I think tea is a very spiritual thing. Like, tea has so many herbs, you can really like lift someone up. Like, I think tea can bring someone back from the dead. Like, honestly. And so the next speaker is my twin sister, Celia Daly. Good afternoon. So my name is Celia Daly, and I wrote a poem about doom scrolling. I want to go out and do something, like go out and try something new, but instead I sit in my bed, lying on my phone, doing nothing. I scroll and scroll and scroll until I can't. Eyes tired from the blue screen, my dopamine rising like I took another hit. Is this what addiction is? I know I'm hurting myself. I know my brain is becoming mush. Is it functioning like it should? But I just scroll and scroll and scroll through TikTok and Instagram, man, I just scroll. Like this is a pleasure I feel guilty in. Like I'm hiding from things I want to be in. I want to get out of this box labeled as my house. Go out on a walk, just me and myself. With nothing else but my mushy brain and just listening to myself breathing. Hear the tweeting of the birds and the swaying of the trees. But even then, it's like I have withdrawal symptoms. Cause when I go out on that stroll, damn, I just feel like all I want to do is just scroll. Thank you, Celia. I helped her write that, by the way. But yes, that's what you call an addiction to TikTok. Tell it. See, that last one I actually thought about and I actually made it up, so. But our next speaker is Sonnet. So give it up for Sonnet.
Hi guys, so this is my second poetry night. I just did my first one last semester. And I went first, which didn't have a choice, so we're about a little over halfway through. So my poetry is called my autopsy report. It's essentially my thoughts of what it's like being a woman, walking outside at night, or basically in an alleyway, anywhere that I don't feel safe. I'm already dead. I'm on the ground somewhere ordinary. A parking lot, a sidewalk, a patch of grass beside a road that people drive past every day without noticing. The street light above me hums like it always does. It hums the way it hummed when I walked under it yesterday, the same way it hummed when I crossed the street last week. But now it looks different, because it's lighting a body. My body. The keys are a few feet away from my hand like they tried to escape without me. My phone is still blowing in my pocket. A message half typed to someone that says, I'm almost home. The words sit there, unfinished. The little typing bubble never appears again. Someone finds me eventually. People tend to, just too late. There's always a person who stops, who freezes, who looks around like the world might explain itself if they just wait long enough. Soon, there are more people. Someone calls it in. Someone says there's a girl here. Just a girl. A girl who had aspirations. A shape on the ground where a life used to be moving. Lights arrive after the light drained from my eyes. Red and blue spill across the pavement, like the night is suddenly remembering how to blink. An officer kneels next to me. He turns my wrist gently, and they start writing things down. Female. Approximate age, 16. Height, about 5'6". Weight, around 130 to 140. As if a life can be folded neatly into 4 lines on a clipboard. They measure the distance between my hand and my keys. They photograph the sidewalk. They photograph the way my hair spreads across the asphalt like it belongs there. Everything becomes evidence. The streetlight becomes evidence. The empty road becomes evidence. The quiet becomes evidence. Headlines eventually gather. Local girl remembered as kind, bright, and careful. Careful. Clearly not careful enough. The strangest part of all this is that I'm not surprised. Because I've already been here, and not just once, over and over again. I walk toward a dark parking lot and I see the chalk outline waiting. So I turn around and I decide not to go. I stay somewhere bright instead. But then the scene moves, and now it's a sidewalk. Now it's a jogging path. Now it's a quiet street where houses look too asleep. I avoid one ending and another one appears. I don't run at night, so the scene becomes a walk home from a friend's house. I avoid that street. So the scene moves to a gas station. I imagine the headlights, the flashing lights, the tapes stretched across another place that used to feel normal. Everywhere I go, the scene rewrites itself. The parking lot becomes a trail. The trail becomes a sidewalk. The sidewalk becomes a short walk from the car to my door. I survive one version only to die in another. In my head, the world is full of locations where I'm already gone. It isn't the place that matters, it's the possibility. And that's what scares me the most.
Not the scene of me splayed out like meat on a road that people frequent daily, but the rehearsal. Because every time I leave the house, a part of my mind writes this ending first. I walk down the street, and somewhere in the back of my mind, the tape is already going up. I get into the car, but another version is already lying on the pavement while strangers try to piece together the last few minutes of my life. The street hums, the asphalt remembers, the shadows measure me, and I think, this is the world. This is the choreography of living while already imagined as missing. Thank you.
What makes a dad joke a dad joke? What? When it's a parent. Right, see, that one was kind of funny, I will say. That one was funny than the other one, alright. So our next speaker, give it up for Jaden Burrell.
This is my third and I guess last poetry night. I don't know, super senior year might come, we'll see. Alright, this poem is called Pronouns. What are your pronouns? I'm so glad you asked there. You don't care. I'll tell you, you'll smile and then move on. You won't respect them because that takes work. It takes remembering and respecting. Not even my friends do that. What are your pronouns? A question that I never ask because it's 2026, not 2016, and the world doesn't work like that. I'm scared to ask because of the stigma. The implication that you must ask me that I must be different because no sensible person asks that question. That's a question for the people that lost the election, an election they never ran in, one of public opinion, one they lost handedly, as our politicians traded our safety for their own electability. All where and when did that, and what did that get them? We kill ourselves out of fear, and you sit there scared to say the word queer. What are your pronouns? Should I even be asking that question? Is that why we lost the fight? Was our insistence on respectability too much? Should it have been gradual, a non-committal minor push rather than a desperate leap forward? Is that right? Maybe not morally, but now we are dead. Our movement is in tears, our community shattered, disparate remnants as we were forgotten by those who used us in a dying battle because we were never the issue. People cared about the price of their bread, and you convinced yourselves it was because we weren't dead. What are your pronouns? To be honest, I'm not sure, but that's not the answer that satisfies you if you do care to ask. You want something simple, as you cling on to the respectability that was lost years ago. So I give you a simple answer, and you won't respect, won't care about it, because that's what matters at the end of the day. You don't actually want to talk about me, respect me. You want me to move. You just want me to greet you, me to like you, and society to not change. What are your pronouns? I don't care, man. What does it matter what the fuck you call me? Because I should respect myself? I'm not worthy of respect. I'm not worthy of identity. It's a privilege I don't deserve. Because what I tried, I failed and lied. Because to be more than myself is to deceive, to confuse, and that's part of the problem. So call me whatever you want, okay? I'll smile and nod because it's a small thing at the end of the day. What are your pronouns? There are some people that do care. Some people who give me hope. Some people who make me want to share. These people are real and genuine, unlike me. They're people who do it out of sincerity. I don't deserve these people don't deserve to put up with me. But we're together on this earth, so I guess it's meant to be.
Thank you. Our next Yes, our next speaker is Len.
Thank you. My poem is called Crushed. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want to be crushed, but I feel pressure. I feel pressure like everyone else. Pressure to succeed, pressure to stay kind, pressure to look good. But there's this large lump of mass attached to my back. It's so heavy, it weighs me down, and everything I do, I try to sing. I try to work, I try to clean, I try to eat, I try to sleep, I try to wake up, but the mass consumes me. I often let the mass consume me. It eats at my brain, telling me I'm too weird, too black, too gay, too woke, too loud, too slow. It acts like the fog in a mirror after a hot shower. The fog obstructs my self-image, it reshapes it, it transforms it, it changes it, it mutilates it. I find things on my face that weren't there before. Were my eyes always two different sizes? Was my nose always so flaky? Damn it, I'm growing a unibrow again. Look at that fat pimple on my forehead. I look like a girl. By this lump of mass on my back, I am crushed. I feel hopeless, embarrassed, ashamed, useless, disgusting, ugly. I try to do my favorite things to take pieces, chunks, segments, layers from it. It only works for so long until it eats more. To grow, I feel stuck, like I can't get rid of it. I just hope I can shake it off of me one day. I would feel so light, so free. But I'm still crushed, and I can't get out. Thank you.
Thank you. And can we all just give a huge round of applause to everyone who's reading tonight? Also, a reminder, we do have concessions in the back, so if y'all want to eat. And so our next guy who's gonna be, on this mic is gonna be the one, the only, president of Poetry Club, Jacob.
Okay, next up, can we get Giselle Quiros, Derek Fletcher, and Aurelian Lobos to line up, please. And first up, we are going to have Giselle Quiros.
Okay, so this is like my first time doing a poem in front of a lot of people. Okay, so Mr. Contreras asked me I think 2 weeks ago, oh, you're gonna write a poem? And I'm like, no. But I didn't know what to write about. And he's like, you should do one about your boyfriend. I'm like, what? That's cheesy, but okay, fine. And I did. So okay, I'm gonna read it. I don't really have a name for it because I wrote it this morning in the shower, but I'm being transparent, so. Okay, so, one heart, one mind, one soul. 8 billion people on this earth, but mine is still drawn to you. Love always felt like a feeling, something I was supposed to feel, but with you it's annoying. My heart chooses to love you every day. I know we are just teenagers and it may just seem like puppy love, but I truly can't imagine a life without a soul like yours. I would choose you for better, for worse, forever. So what if it's puppy love? At least I could say I found someone that truly lets me be me. Thank you.
Amazing poem. Next up, can we have Derek Fletcher up?
How we doing? I wrote this poem earlier in the year, more towards New Year's, so forgive me if it seems a little bit outdated, but I still feel like I made a couple edits that make it feel more relevant. This poem is called To New Beginnings. How was your year?
It was good, but not the way you're thinking of. It was a bat wrapped in barbed wire smashed into my spine. It was dominion over my thoughts, my faith, and my life. It was this silence of an end. The kind of silence that you get when you finish a book that you really don't want to end, but you know the last page is coming. So yeah, my year was good. And to 2026, to my love for baking, for my faith, to my love for her, this year will be different. This year will be mine. No, it won't. It never will be. It never was. But I still have my pen. I have the pen that carries my thoughts, a weapon that's claimed to be mightier than the sword. I hold the anger that scribbles onto pages into my hand, and yet I use it to speak. So that when someone asks me, what do you want to do? My thoughts are spontaneous, so I immediately blurt something that I did in, 2023? I want to start a clothing brand. So that when someone throws it away because they outgrew a sweater or they outgrew a t-shirt that I made, a homeless man can sleep a little warmer at night. So that when I'm rushing to my friend's house because their problems are so unrelatable, like we aren't suffering in a decaying nation where freedom means chains and where we the people means we the people who are white, I can provide the warmth that separates. It's just a phase. Stop being dramatic from how did we not see this sooner? Because I want to give people the second chances that I wish I could have gotten in 2025. The chance to be a better son. The chance to be a better brother. The chance to be the person that picks up the phone. The chance so that stupid first date was your last. The chance to stop myself from entering a vicious cycle that I keep telling myself, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and it never comes. So here's to 2026, to scribbling my reflection into unrecognizable perfection, to healing the wounds knowing they'll scar, to the new me making the same mistakes in an even worse world.
Okay, next up, can we have Faith Lopez up? Out here? Out here? Okay then, can we have Les Ramirez up?
Thank you. Okay, my poem is not written. I specifically told myself I would not think about writing this poem or doing anything to it. All I know is the title. So this is just raw. You get an unedited, unfiltered version. The title is Under the Influence. They say that us teenagers are always under the influence of a new social media star or of a substance. You all know. But I'm under a different kind of influence. No, I'm under the influence of a beautiful kingdom split in two. When I was younger, I used to believe that kings and queens stay together, and now I know they don't. And now I live in two separate kingdoms where both make mistakes. One oftentimes forgets that entertainment isn't always what one person wants to do, and it isn't always the first thing that comes to mind. It's understanding, and it's accepting, and it's venturing out. The other sometimes forgets to listen, not just criticize, to not just pick and poke at imperfections, but to also understand why imperfections happen. That is the kind of influence I'm under. But I'm also under the influence of good things, of amazing teachers that I never thought I could find, of an awesome English teacher who believes that power comes from the voice, and he is the voice of the people. But also of an English teacher that I may never get to see again, a shooting star in a dark night sky that passed by and left their influence on me and then left me. I used to believe that knowledge was forever, and I still do. And even if I don't get to see them again, I hope they know they will always be that shooting star to me. A wish I didn't believe I could achieve, and now I have, or I'm getting there. I'm under the influence of a beautiful lilac flower, one as pure one who has showed me to love myself and not just others. I am under the influence of a drink, taro milk tea, who I never understood that friendship didn't just have to be face to face. They say online friends are dangerous, and yet here I am with a person I found through a screen who has impacted me more than most of my family, and I'm under the influence of beautiful friends who have taught me that sometimes pain is the best teacher. And I'm under the influence of myself and my understanding that sometimes scars aren't the only thing staining our skin. Sometimes it's the paint we use to make a beautiful picture that helps us to grow. So yes, I am under the influence, but it's not the one you're thinking.
Okay, next up we have Alicia Torres.
I'm sure you'll hear this a lot, and I'm here to say it again. This is my last poetry night. I would say time went by so fast, but everyone says that, so here's a poem instead. This is my perfect poem. Who knew I'd be standing in this spot for so long? It was for perfect points in English. I'll never do it again, I said. Why do I keep coming back? Maybe because poetry is an ignited passion. From a little boy to a full-grown woman, had his short hair and crippling anxiety, stuttering on stage, talking about perfection, and people with pens perforating their pockets, turned into a girly girl with unexplainable confidence. Even though I'm so different, some things stay the same. Fake friends who whisper my name wearing a suit and a smile. My truths will always be better than your echoes. Like me or you don't, I don't care. It's not like I'll see you at all next year. I'll miss some peers and personnel, of course, from Joan's perfectly pink hair to Mr. Hess's indistinguishable bald head. To my eccentric art teacher, Miss O, and my warm-hearted physics teacher, Mrs. Huezo, or as everyone knows her, Miss Jones. Oh, and I can't forget about grumpy Mr. Becker. Well, I'll miss them all. You'll never catch me here after I graduate. I'll never be back to remember the good old days, because frankly, the best is to come. So now I'll say my bittersweet goodbye and going on to unlocked restrooms and working water fountains. I'll find a new spot to stand. Thank you.
Okay, the last person I will be presenting is Aurelie Villalobos.
Hi, so this is my second poetry that I have done. I don't have a title for this one because I just did it like last minute. So bear with me, cause yeah, okay. Barbies, a doll of wonder with high-pushed expectations towards young girls. The doll is a wonderful standard to represent what we can do, showing us throughout no shame and overall empowering the system. But as a 10-year-old, I seem to look at my own image and find a reason to change my looks. And I mean, having slick straight hair and airbrushed and blonde, I am done having knotted, frizzy, dark hair that makes me feel like I'm unapproachable. I am done. I am done trying to give my hair its wants and ignoring my needs. It's her skin, the tone of a white pearl. My skin is what people see as unclean for its dark, tanned look. The eyes being brighter than the blue ocean that sparks from up above. I'm suffering with lame dark browns that came in the photo of self-hatred. I'm tired of not getting any privileged opportunities like the others. Barbie is everything I ever wanted to look like. It came with extra changes. My looks have changed. Putting heavy makeup on to look perfect and white, while my real tone is undergraving its own barrier. I'm looking up to push away my unknown curls, straighten my unpleasant hair that my father passed down to me. Looking down to not show my eyes, being ashamed from what others will say. I painted my own image over somebody else's artwork. I am now looking the damages I have caused. And I'm talking about my hair. I'm talking about right after I'm dyeing it every single weekend back in COVID. Seeing it fall by pieces when it comes to straightening. My face is filled with pimples, covered by chemicals that burnt my face while I look at myself. I look horrible. My eyes are tired of looking down. Oh my God, I want to look up now. I'm afraid of incoming fears. Maybe the negative thoughts have came. I never saw my father be so disappointed in my life. The changes has already been developed. Look up, I can change. I never got to appreciate my looks because all I ever wanted to be was a perfect pitched girl. I don't want to be bullied anymore. I'm struggling. I see the sun right in front of my face and I see him. Mi padre. He's in the mirror. I see the tears, the hateful words from others creeping in. I see my dad straight on looking at me. No words. It's just his face. I'm stopping away my thoughts, sleeping each night, nightmares creeping in, going through a fight. I'm now realizing that everyone wants what others don't. So lo siento, Papa. I'm sorry for not noticing at first. I'm now seeing that I'm rocking with gold. Soy una morena. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm saying this now because a lot of people feel the same way that I feel like. Estoy una chica que no tiene vergüenza. She cares of how she looks now. Now she is a proud girl who shows her curls and shows who she is, because now she's rocking with gold, and I will say that behind my name. And that's my poem.
Okay, the next presenter is my vice president, and honestly, she's been on Poetry Club as long as I have, which is 4 years. It's really long as serving, right? Yeah, we've been here for a while. So can we have Luna Rubalcaba?
Thanks so much. This will be one of my last, this is my last time presenting. There's a lot of lasts this year, being seniors. As our page gets smaller, the closer we get to our event. So one last reminder, please buy concessions. Every penny matters. Can I please get DNA to line up, Joshua Maine, and Giselle Mendez? Can I get DNA up to the stage, please?
Hey guys, so this is my 4th poetry night. You know, I always love seeing them come back, so yeah. This one is called Movie Star. I'm a star. I mean, I'm literally an actor. A movie star, perhaps? I mean, look at these pearly whites. They were made for the camera. You know, movie stars, they play the part. They put up a mask. They are anyone but themselves. They smile when they're sad. They cry on cue. They know how to cover up their feelings. I mean, I should be on that movie screen. They play pretend. They smile. A movie star is the perfect way to describe me. I love to hide my true self. I love to smile. I love to act like everything's okay. I mean, what more is there to say? Movie stars run down that big red carpet with a big smile, facing every direction without blinking. without putting their guard down. People always looking at them, but never looking out for them. Only looking at that smile that's portrayed, but never looking deeper behind that mask. Because a movie star is flawless, right? Always happy, always laughing, always smiling, always perfect. Because if they are not, then why are they here? A movie star is that shining bright light in everybody's life, the one everyone turns to for advice. Because a movie star is always smiling, because they need to smile. The pictures are being taken, so smile, smile, smile. Why aren't you smiling? Keep that chin up and smile, smile for the camera. Don't let them see you're weak. You must be polite. Don't disrespect, be honest, smile. Why are you still not smiling? You're supposed to be happy. Nothing's wrong with you. Your problems are so meaningless, so you need to smile. You came down to this earth for a reason. You are a movie star, and a star is perfect. You must work hard, but that hard work will never be enough. But it has to be enough for you. I told you to smile. Nobody wants to see that frown. It's so unnatural. You're not allowed to be sad. You must act like everything is okay because nobody should have to worry about you. A frown from you is like the depths of hell coming through, so smile because you have the perfect life, the perfect face, the perfect grades, the perfect friends, the perfect family. You are the perfect one. So smile. Why are you still not smiling? Because I realize I can't smile anymore. I can't act like everything is okay because it's not. It's not okay. I'm being compared to other stars around me, taking away my bright light. I feel like I'm putting on a show every single day, but I can't be that perfect movie star you all expect me to be. I am that girl behind the curtains that is screaming, waiting for her chance to truly shine. But I am not fine. I am good at putting up walls and hiding who I am and how I feel. And while I am good at hiding, I shouldn't always have to. I can act my heart out like everything's okay. But what am I supposed to do? I feel so drained of pretending to be someone else, living my life as a lie, as a movie star. Because a star is what they want me to be. A star is what I should be. But a star doesn't always shine.
Thank you so much. Can I please get Joshua Raina up to the stage, please?
Hi everyone. This is my first time ever at poetry night. I didn't really know what to expect, but after coming in, seeing all the atmosphere, hearing everyone's wonderful poems, I'm really glad I get to experience this my last year. But this is my poem. It's called Seasons. I closed the door quietly, not because it was easy, but because some endings deserve a moment of silence. The halls I walked for years still echo with old laughter, with footsteps that once knew exactly where they were going. There were days that felt endless and nights that felt way too long. Yet somehow, time kept moving. I learned to carry storms, how to build light from small sparks, but seasons aren't meant to stay. Leaves fall so new ones can grow. Sunsets fade so mornings can arrive. And the person I was yesterday makes room for the person who I am becoming. So I step forward now with a mind full of memories and hands open to the unknown. The road ahead is such a mystery, but my heart is steady. Because every ending is only the quiet beginning of another season waiting to bloom. Thank you.
All right. Give it up one more time. Thank you. We are almost wrapping up. Thank you all for being here. We only have like a few more poets. Wow. The poems today have been amazing, and the range has been so wide and expansive. And yeah, I'm just so proud to be like a part of staff and be able to like share space with so many of you that are just so awesome. And I'm very proud of all of you for being up here. And I know it takes so much courage to do this and put yourself out there. So give it up for all of you for doing that. Yeah, so many great poems. Thank you guys. All right. The last 3 poets of the night are all cabinet members. They're gonna line up, they're already lining up. It's gonna be Jacob Herrera, Jaden Rodriguez, and Luna Rubalcaba. First, give it up for Jacob Herrera. Thank you, Jacob, for everything.
Okay, I did write it today, but it was in the morning, okay? While I should have been studying for my chemistry exam. I failed it, by the way. I wrote a poem. This poem is about a book that I read recently, but it has a very special place in my heart. I'll say for any juniors here that are thinking about taking this fantasy lit, when she gives you the option to read 1,000 Spanish Suns, you should read it. You should 100% read it. This poem is called Carry On. Some days feel heavier than they should. Air presses against your chest, like the world expects something, but you're not really sure what you could give to it. The path doesn't disappear. It gets harder to see. Dust rises, stones bruise your feet, and you start wondering if you're meant to walk it at all. But hardship is not a wall, it's the weather. It moves through you, cold and loud for a while, then quieter. You keep going anyway, not because it's easy, not because you're certain, but because there's something in you that refuses to stop. And slowly, almost without noticing, you become someone who can walk through storms. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. The Poetry Club is, we have a lot of seniors in the cabinet, a lot of senior members. So I want to encourage all of you that are, freshmen, sophomore, juniors to join the Poetry Club. We need way more members now that so many are graduating. So I'm in room B1. If you're ever interested in joining, come through and get more information. All right, the next poet on the mic is Jaden Rodriguez. Jaden.
This is my last poetry night. I've been doing it since my sophomore year, I think, and my poem's about graduating. The year is ending fast. The days are going by. Soon we'll wear our caps and gowns and say our last goodbye. We'll remember all the laughs, the classes and the friends, the moments in these hallways that we didn't want to end. It's sad to leave it all, but exciting too, because a brand new future is waiting for us to pursue. But we take one final step, ready for what's new. The end of this chapter and the start of something true.
Thank you, Jaden. All right, we have one last poet. Please do not leave after we finish. We'd like to take a big picture here with everybody that read and every cabinet member. And we also ask you that you help us fold some chairs, all right? And grab some concessions on your way out. All right, the last poet of the night is the co-president. She's been also the president in pretty much every role in the Poetry Club. I appreciate her very much. Give it up for Luna.
I've been almost every day long. Okay, my last poem, kind of sentimental. My last poem is about me coming in freshman year and wanting to change myself, be different and fit in. And now me realizing senior year took long enough, that I could be who I was, all flaws included. I used to move through the world like I was unfinished, like something still waiting for permission to fully exist. Easily overlooked, easy to ignore. People spoke over me, looked past me, decided who I was before I understood who I could be. You didn't really see me before, not really. In a world that trusts certainty, confidence, the loudest voices in the room, I was still learning how to stand without shrinking. I carried doubt like it belonged to me, like the weights on my shoulders was something I deserved to hold. Old fears, old expectations, old versions of myself that told me to stay small because small was safe. But time has a quiet way of changing people. Not all at once, not in some sudden moment where everything becomes clear. It happens slowly in the decisions that no one sees, in the moments where you choose to keep going, even when you're unsure of who you're becoming. I started moving forward instead of waiting, leaving behind the thoughts that told me I wasn't enough, leaving behind the hesitation that kept my voice quiet, leaving behind the fear that made the world feel smaller than than it really was. And sometimes that meant leaving people behind too. Not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but because some people only knew the version of me that was still learning how to stand. Some people grow with you, some people stay where they are. The growth means understanding the difference. I stopped waiting for approval that was never coming, stopped searching for validation in places that would never give it. Step by step, I learned to pass things that had been holding me back, the doubt, the fear, the silence. I used to hide inside, and somewhere along the way I became stronger than the person who once believed they had to say the same. I didn't see you for what you were before, but I see you now, just another voice in a world full of them. Not the one that defines me, not the one that decides where I go next. Now, when I walk forward, I carry something different, not perfection, not certainty about everything, just quiet strength of someone who learned how to keep growing, even when no one was watching. You didn't see me before, but you will see me now.
All right, DJ Ledesma, give it up for DJ Ledesma one more time. Play the tune, DJ, and we are wrapping it up. Give a round of applause to all of you. Thank you all for being here. You guys are amazing. Please come up here and take a picture with us. If you read, if you're in the poetry club, come up here and take a picture with us before you leave.